Welcome, welcome back to the AV podcast, guys. The AV podcast. We're a little down here in the slumps, as you can see, of the hat I am wearing currently, and to my right, which is hopefully your left, are some figures that I have received over the years. Um, this is a Funko Pop football Steelers number 62 of Antonio Brown. We shall take him out for this ceremony really quick. He's a collectible, but I mean, in the future it will be, of course, worth something, hopefully. And in this one, which I got for my birthday, this one I kind of don't want to take out, but it is as well Antonio Brown. As the world may know, some of the two biggest legends of Steelers history are leaving us, and they left this past weekend. My boy Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell. Now, my thoughts on it, knowing that everyone knows that I'm a Steelers fan living in Texas, which is kind of weird for most, but hey, that's me. I was born into it. See that? See Antonio Brown? It looks fantastic bobblehead, by the way, but anyways. He is a Raider now, and Le'Veon Bell is a Jet. You heard that correct. He is a Jet. A New York Jet. I kind of like the way Antonio Brown left things, where he and then this is the Funko Pop, where he announced. I like the Funko Pops. They're pretty dope. Where he announced that that he's given it a good run, but of course he's still young, and he just all he wants to do is win a Super Bowl. And it irritates me that they're leaving, because now that doesn't mean I don't have faith in our current players, which happen to be Connor. I have his jersey, number 30. He's a G. He's a good. The year that Le'Veon left, he stepped up big time. Where Le'Veon didn't play anymore. Still part of the Steelers, but didn't play. He put in some work, some yards, a lot of them. And I appreciate that, and I have his jersey, but that was a gift. And I have Ben Roethlisberger, who's always going to be the number one legend there. Stuff like that. But anyways, we're going to put those to the side. We're just here mourning the loss of some loved ones. But if anything, that's probably the most negative, not up-spirited part of my very own podcast. But we will try not to make this a thing where it is negative. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to, say that first, get it out of my system, because it's just so sad, and I know I'm going to get so many comments about it. But hey, shit happens, You can't really... It's sad. Hopefully one day we'll win the Super Bowl in the upcoming years before the Patriots surpass us. But that's for another date. Oh, hold on. There we go. Better lighting. Anyways, guys, how's it going? Hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone's having a great spring break so far. Saw some posts of friends that are already out celebrating and stuff like that. I actually leave on Thursday. It's currently Wednesday morning, and this will already obviously will already be done, edited out, and put it out. But I appreciate you guys so much, and I appreciate the people that have been saying that what I do with these videos and what I add to them, adds a nice effect to it. Giving it that little spice. And so like I said, I just do this for fun. Let me rephrase this real quick because this is something I did want to talk about. Now, and I tell people to watch it, but I don't mean it in a rude way or listen to it. But when people ask me about my podcast, I tell them I'm doing this for fun. This is something that I loved. Like, I love to listen to podcasts. It was amazing. I had the funds necessary to start one. I started it. I continued it. Took a small break because school-wise. But now I'm back on it. But it's because, like, I enjoy this. I enjoy making the video. It's cool editing the video. It takes time, but it also gives me a sense of joy and, like, you know, achievement when I complete a video and it looks awesome. And I think it looks awesome. And I am a firm believer of putting things out that you yourself are proud of. So I am proud of when I do the video podcast. Of course, I was very proud when I was doing just the audio by itself. But now that I'm doing both, it's even better. And so I just want to put it out there. So if I ever tell you, or if I ever tell someone to, you know, go watch or listen to a podcast and maybe you'll know what it's about, there is no, like I've always said, there's no really big thing about it that I'm doing with the podcast. It's just, I just do it because I like it and it's fun. And I guess from what I've been saying is that, you know, this is a big, huge thing that, like, helps me cope with a lot of things of stress. And I don't want to say I have anxiety, but, you know, I can have a mild term of it just because of stress, and I'm not diagnosing myself. I'm just saying what I think. And so it helps, you know, to do something like this to where I feel like I've accomplished something, because school pisses me off sometimes, and then work obviously pisses me off, and not like always, but, and I'm talking about my retail job, not my soccer job. I love that. That's amazing. Kids are amazing. It does just get stressful just because, you know, they're kids. You know, you can't expect them to be an adult acting like a, you know, it doesn't work that way. So I don't hate that job. I hate the retail jobs. The retail jobs kind of irritate me, but that's part of living, is working. And so, you know, I have time to do this, so I want to do it. What else? Another thing is that I feel like I kind of found my motto is where I was. Anyways, my little brother's here. He refused to come on. Can you believe that? I asked him, and he's like, no. But back like a year, 2 years ago, he was always into, like, I want to create a YouTube channel. Bro, I'm trying to help you. You know, I could help you. But anyways, he was here, and I don't know. I told him something, and it struck me, and I was like, And then I finally realized how I always said, like, I've never been talented. I can honestly, I've never been talented at one thing. So when it came to sports, I always had to work harder. I wasn't I didn't have great hand-eye coordination, or, you know, I wasn't really good with the ball at my feet. I had to get good with it, but it still wasn't the best as, like, the rest of the world. Same with basketball, you know, stuff like that. And it didn't dawn on me until I told him this, where I thought, you know, that no matter what, you should always try. I said, try everything, you know, try what you know, there's no harm in trying something. Try everything until you find that something. Let me put it into, like, a brief, I don't know, explanation of it. So, like, I'm going to take fishing, for example. I've fished since we were in high school. We started our little fishing clique back in high school with Brian, Raul, Rod, Julian, Marcos back in the day. Some of my friends, we all just started fishing, and we enjoyed it. It was amazing. It was fantastic catching our first fish. And so we liked it. We continued to do it. I'm not a stranger to it anymore. I know what I'm doing. And, you know, I know, you know, if, you know, it's just kind of in my nature where I already know what I'm doing. And so by the time I was already out of high school, whenever we was like, let's go fish, it was second nature to us. And so anyways, what I'm trying to get at is we tried it, we liked it, and now we're good at it. We're not the best. We're not a pro level. We're not, you know, none of that. But we're good at it. We do it, and it gets the job done. We catch our fish. Depending where we're at, we eat it, or we not. We catch and release. And And so, you know, I am basically trying everything to find something that I like. And this happens to be one of them. I enjoy doing this. I tried everything. The camera, the microphone, the systems, everything, and it's something that I enjoy. And, if it works out for me, fantastic. If it doesn't work out for me, generally, I don't really care. Because like I've always said, and like I said beforehand, is where this is something that it helps me cope with stress, mild, super mild, like very little anxiety, whatever I have, now I'm not gonna say depression, but when I do feel down, I do enjoy doing this. And so it takes a lot of stuff off my shoulders, and it makes me feel more confident, because I'm recording something and I'm posting it. But I will say this, that it does take a lot of courage in you and confidence to be, well, this is going to go out to all my friends right now. This is going to go out to all my friends, but I don't know how they're going to think of me when they see me in real life. And I had that when I started doing this, when I would post this or post the podcast, when it was just audio and now video. Like, I always had that in the back of my mind, where it, kind of gave me a sense of doubt in myself and made me not want to interact with the outside world, because I feel like people would come up to me and be like, yo, like, you do podcast? And like, for some reason, I thought they were gonna like make fun of me for it. Like why would you do that? Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, it's fucking work. But over the years, that's hasn't been the case, and I've been doing this for almost 2 years now, and so far that hasn't been the case where anyone's made fun of me for it. Everyone's congratulated me for it, and I appreciate it so much. That's why I always try to tell you my appreciation. I know it's not enough, but that's why I always try to show and tell my appreciation as much as I can through here and in person. When people DM me or people message me and tell me about it, and they tell me that I'm doing this wrong, like, I know there hasn't been one hater about this at all. I mean, I understand they're my friends, and so they're supporting me and they're doing this for me, and I will never forget that from them, And when people post on their stories saying that they're listening to this on a car trip home, it's just fantastic, and I appreciate it so much. And like, it warms my heart knowing that people are actually supporting this for me. And again, much appreciation. One day, I always say, one day I will always pay it back. There will always be a way to pay things back for the good things that happen to someone. So I'm saying, like, I'm doing this for me, I'm doing this for fun, I'm doing this to help me. But if this happens to, take off and it works out, and hey, this becomes a job, I will not stop in my way to try to help those that have helped me, get to where I am at that point. So thank you guys so much. But yeah, I feel like that should be a new motto of mine, and I'm gonna actually stick to it, because it is true. Try everything until you find that something. So let's put food into example. I remember when I was young, I didn't like sushi. I was like, my parents would bribe me. They're like, try sushi, just try it, and we'll buy you this, like this small Pokemon cards, whatever. When I was little, I tried it. I actually liked it, and I got my Pokemon cards. So I won twice by liking sushi. Currently now loving it, and also I got Pokemon cards at the end of the day. So it all worked out. And I just want to be able to tell people that no matter what, if you, and I see people too, they start second Instagram pages, and they start YouTube pages, and they post stuff about it. I always applaud that, because they're going out of their comfort zone just like I am, and they're showing themselves to the world. They're showing what they can do, and they're bringing something to the table. A lot of my friends have fitness accounts, and some even have a thrifting account where they sell stuff on the side, and they have like a thrift store, and it's taking off. And it's just so much. I give so much props to them, and it's just exhilarating knowing that I have friends that are kind of doing what I'm doing, where they show what they can do and how they do it. And it's just phenomenal, and I couldn't be more proud of my friends and the friends that I do have. And so, I just wanted to talk and spit that out a little bit. And I know I got a little deep there, but it's again, I just want to show you my appreciation for your support for these podcasts, and I appreciate it so much. Now, there's something I did want to talk about. Oh shit! I already I found this on Facebook the other day, where it was the top 10 most ridiculous Kardashian moments, and I thought it was just the funniest thing in the world. Where they start showing their Kardashians when they break down, or when they, when stuff like that happens on their show, and it's just the cringiest thing ever, but it's the funniest thing in the world. And where they complain about the smallest things, and I don't know what. But there's one thing in particular that I had in mind is when Kourtney copied Kim's house lighting for Christmas. Basically meaning, let's say, for example, I'm just going to use this as a house. Let's say this is Kim's house. This is Kourtney's house. Kim has nice decorations all over it of white lights. Kourtney decides to do the exact same thing. Kim calls out Kourtney. I could be wrong. It could be the other way around. But Kim calls out Kourtney and says, "Why would you copy me?" Bruh, are you serious? No way this is like a thing. Like, I'm just so baffled about it. It's like, let them copy each other. I don't care. Like, I copy designs. I try to mimic, like I mimic my setup kind of, sort of. And like I'm mimicking doing a podcast. Like it's your sisters. It's a house decoration. You guys aren't creating a content for people to go and see because you guys are in a gated community in the first place. It makes no sense. Like, for example, like I want to copy this particular this guy posted on YouTube house tour named Heath Huzar. He made the dopest house. Like it's a house that I would want to live in, and the decorations is exactly how I would want it in my home. Like, it's so amazing, so rustic. It's super old school. You got the it's just super old school, and it's so decorative in a way of like, it's kind of like where he literally turned someone else's trash into his treasure and made it look like 10 times better in his own house. And so it's just amazing. And he has like this a record wall above, and it's just amazing. And I would definitely want to copy that into my own apartment, house, whatever it is, etc., etc. And so yeah, like I don't see the whole point of Kourtney or Kim, whichever it is, gets upset for copying their house. This is idiotic, very idiotic. I don't know. I just thought I'd bring that up because it was just so funny to me. Because haven't you ever copied something like a design off of someone that like, I would understand about a dress. I would understand about a suit. Well, it's I think it's different, but when it comes to girls and dresses, God no, that's from what I know, it's a huge no for girls. But when guys, and this is from what I know, but from when guys kind of dress similar, they take it as an act of, bro, you look amazing, bro, we're twinning, bro, nice, what's up, bro beans? And it's that camaraderie. But obviously for girls, women, etc., or certain males, some males have that as well, where they don't like matching with someone else or being copied by someone else. But I just find it so funny. And like, it's weird because in my friend group, we like to be coordinated, sort of. So in high school, when we would go to our like the quinceañeras, and we would text each other, "Yo, what are you wearing?" "Bro, I don't know what we're gonna wear. I think I'm just gonna wear like a black shirt." "All right, we're going black shirts." "Yeah, black shirts, black ties." "All right, cool." And so we would all go black shirt, black ties, and then like there's actually a picture of us that we did it. We fucking did it. And I just thought in my head, I'm like, how can I spice it up? You know what? I'm gonna wear khaki pants with that shit. I'm like, fuck it. And so we wore all black for this whole party, and it looked fucking. I think it looks dope as shit. They thought it looked dope as shit, you know, and it brings us together because we have that camaraderie, that bond, that, you know, we're cool with matching and copying each other's styles, and you know, and I always think of it as a form of flattery, you know, flattering. It's flattering, you know, where it's like they want to be just like you, like let them be like you, like it's okay. I mean, it's okay. Like you guys make fucking clothes for a living, where it's, you know, like that you want people to dress like you, you know, and it's stupid. And so I don't know. I just thought I should bring that up because it's something that I remember growing up, but then seeing this, it was just the most ridiculous thing in the world. And yeah, I just wanted to talk about that one. You know what? I'm gonna see if I could get my little brother in here. Gael. Here he comes. Yo, bro, you want to be on my podcast? No. Why not? You want to ask me some questions? You want to do the brother tag? You can just ask me whatever you want, and I'll answer it. Yeah? No? No. Why not? Come on. No. You won't be on camera, and like I doubt this microphone can even hear you right now because you're not even talking that loud. All right, cool. If you want to go get your phone so you could ask me questions from whatever we want. I did it. I got him in here. Oh, I got it. This would be a great ending to the video. We'll do this for the last 5 minutes. So how you guys been? It's going to take him a minute. How can I fill the time? So yeah, that's my brother Gael. He's going to be a high schooler next year in 2019, 2020. That's when he's going to be in high school. So right now he's a 8th grader, so that makes him 13, 14. All right, you can sit down. You can ask me anything you want. All right, hold on. And so it's a very I want to tell the people that are watching and listening this real quick, but you got that picture that I sent to you, Sophia and Ivan, right? That I have a school where I coach a kid named Gael, a kid named Ivan, and a girl named Sophia. Yeah, I coach three kids named Gael, Ivan, and Sophia, spelled the exact same way, like all my siblings, and I'm coaching them. And so it's funny because when it happens, I'm like, I look at them, I'm like, pay attention. I'm like, I could be mean to you because you guys have the same names as my siblings. Like, I'm not mean to them, but I'm just like, you know, sometimes, and it's the funniest thing ever. And I thought it was cool because it just shows, you know, that I'm the boss and they have to listen to me. Ivan doesn't really listen, and neither does the Ivan there, but he's a cool kid. All right, fire away. What are you looking for? It's gotta be like, ask for like 5, like the 10, like. Yeah, that's what I did. Just that way I can.
Ooh, what was your biggest fight or argument?
Biggest fight or argument? It would probably be that time with Ivan where I almost choked him out in the door. You remember that?
And so we started crying until you just stopped.
I know, it was so weird, but I don't remember what Ivan did, and he just really genuinely pissed me off, and then I literally pinned him up, and this was like when I was like your age, 14, 15, and like I pinned his ass against the door and like choked him out, and I told him to quit his shit. Don't remember what it was, but it happened. Go on.
Who's the most talented?
Who's the most talented?
Yeah.
You need to be more specific.
Like, and like everything, like activity.
You fucking idiot. Like who? In our family? In our family? Ivan, obviously. He trust me, you wouldn't know it because you were too young, but he was really good at sports. If he continued sports, he would have continued. He would have been amazing at sports. He was just talented in that. He's a fucking genius. That's why he's in UT and like full ride and shit like that. So yeah, Ivan. It's gonna be quick, son.
Oh, what's your funniest memory of Sophie?
Of Sophie? Oh shit. That's a hard one. I don't really know now that I think about it, because whenever I guess the funniest moment is when I don't know. I mean, I guess when she gave us all our nicknames, I thought it was pretty funny. When she did that, she's the one that gave us all our nicknames. Ivan Butterfinger, she called me Slosh. She called you, I don't know what, Tush, I guess. I don't know. Give me 2 more. God, this is just dead silence. Come on now.
I can't find anything.
Dude, literally, it doesn't matter. Just pick it up and let's go.
What is Ivan really bad at?
Really bad at?
Yeah.
Being polite. Being polite. That asshole is does not give a flying fuck. He just doesn't give a fuck. He's the worst at being polite. Yeah, just the worst at it. Okay, keep going.
What's the dumbest decision I've ever made?
That you've ever made?
Yeah. I already know one.
You know one, but I don't, like, because obviously I'm not there as much, but
No, it was when you were there.
oh my fucking god, that's right. So the podcast has heard this before, and but the worst thing that you've ever done to yourself is when you were a fucking moron and you tied a zip tie around your neck thinking it was a goddamn necklace. So he comes in and
I just did it for fun because I was bored.
he did it for fun because he was bored, according to him, if you couldn't hear him. But he just fucking, like an idiot, walks in. He's like, I think I'm dying. I don't know what's happening. I couldn't stop. Fuck it. Well, first I was worried. I'm like, oh my god, this kid's about to die in front of us. And then I started looking at my mom, and my mom was there, and we started cracking the fuck up. And like, I was like, I have to get scissors. Like, I have to get scissors. And he started bawling, and he's like, and in my head, I'm like, I think we got to make it tighter to be able to cut it faster. And it was just the funniest thing in the world. He tied a fucking zip tie around his neck just for the fun of it. All right. Thank you for the questions, Gael. You can either exit or stay, whatever you'd like. That is Gael, and his Instagram will be in the description below. But guys, that's the podcast. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you guys for all your support and love. Check out the pages down below. We changed the Instagram to the AV Pod on Instagram, and it's gonna be Aron Villegas 03 for all Instagram, Twitter, and social media. Again, give us a like on Facebook. I think I'm gonna try to post this on Facebook as well, because I feel like I can get some decent views there as well. But guys, subscribe to the YouTube page. Follow the Instagram page. I'm gonna try to be more active on that one for sure. Just a quick update on it before the before the time ends. I am gonna try to record this weekend in Corpus when I'm with my friends. Like I said in the previous video, which wasn't a podcast but just an update video, where, you know, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Because, you know, I'm gonna spend time with my friends, but it's gonna be raining the majority of the time, so we'll see how that goes. But anyways, thank you guys for listening to the AV podcast and watching it. If you are on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to both SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube again. And I'll see you guys next time. Yee!